I cannot believe I'm having to make a video about this. This is so silly. I'm new to this community, right? I'm new to reaction videos. That is not what I created a YouTube to do. I did not create YouTube to make reaction videos. I thought I was going to make gaming videos. And then when I was like, okay, cool, this is kind of fun. A couple people like these, let's do more. Then I said, well, I'm going to make my own music. And that's really what I set out now long term on YouTube to do. And then I stumbled and fumbled my way to the reaction community. People went, hey man, I really like when you talk about stuff. So can you just talk about this thing that I really like so I can talk with you about this thing that I enjoy? And I went, people watch that? Y'all like reaction videos? That's so silly. Why would you want to sit there and do that? And then I did it. And then I enjoyed it. And then I enjoyed watching other people react to things. And then I thought, wait a minute, this is no different than you listening to a podcast. It's no different than you reading a review. It's no different than you joining a fucking book club. It's all the same thing. Reaction communities are important. They're very important, not just to the YouTube ecosystem, but also to the artists themselves, which would make what UMG, VMG, WMG, anybody with fucking MG. I'm even talking to you, MG Kelly. Like, no, I'm not. MGK, you kind of cool. If you got MG in your name, you probably annoy me. And the problem is this whole war against reaction channels and the reaction community is goofball energy. Is silly. It doesn't make sense. And it doesn't help anyone out. It doesn't help YouTube. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your artists. It doesn't help you garner more fans. It doesn't help you bring more ad revenue, because all we gonna do is stop reacting to your damn artists. That's all we're gonna do. So let's take a step back. Let's take a step back and let's understand maybe how we got here, why we're here, what we can do, and what we can maybe do to fix the situation going forward. So right now, all of those labels that I mentioned before, but really this is about UMG. But what's happening right now is everyone is being hit with copyright strikes, copyright warnings, demonetization. They're getting emails that you have 48 hours to take your video down, or else what? Mafia, gang member, or else what? Like, what are we talking about? And they're not playing. This isn't some tiny scuffle. This isn't you fighting at 3:00 p.m. Meet me by the bleachers, meet me by the flagpole. Like, they're really shutting down channels. They're really taking down videos. They're really giving multiple strikes within the same damn hour. And what do you think that does to that channel? They won't react to videos anymore. Even by some miracle, if they could dispute everything and they can get all the strikes away, they can get all the warnings away, and this, that, and the other. You know what that does to your morale? You know what that does to the time spent, the energy served? They're no longer going to want to do reaction videos, let alone have the energy to edit them and upload them just to wait for them to get taken down anyway. This is a huge deal. And I don't think people get it. They think that this is a small thing. It's not. It's big. Ask me how many warnings I've already gotten. Have I gotten any strikes? No. Have I gotten warned? Yes. Have I gotten demonetized? Absolutely. I can't tell you the last video that I've uploaded that I've actually been able to make money on. I do this because I love y'all. I do this because I love yapping. I do this because it's fun to do. No one on my side of the aisle right now, I can't speak for other reactors, but I'm not making any money uploading reaction videos, and we're going to get to how we're actually making money on these videos in a second. But let's just talk about a little about what reaction channels even are. Now, that's very simple, right? We react to stuff. You give us movies, you give us games, you give us music, you give us books, you give us whatever you want, and you go, I really like your opinion on things. I really enjoy that you like this. Or even, hey, I want you to spread the good word of this artist. I really love Sleep Token, so I want you to talk more about it. I really love Ren, so I'd like you to talk more about it. I really love Taylor Swift, and I think you'd be a fun Swiftie. That's been a good theme of this channel. I'd like for you to talk more about it. So we do. And not only do we talk about it, and then we become fans in the process. Usually, it depends what kind of channel you are, but we also get other people to become fans of that artist. I had somebody message me the other day going, hey, I found Sleep Token through your Taylor videos. I'm now a Sleep Token fan. Give me more Sleep Token music. I am no barometer or expert on Sleep Token at all. I just got here. But even that is the power of what reaction channels can do. They literally bring you money. They pay for your artist in some indirect, usually quantifiable fashion. And for UMG and other labels to strike down that income, that revenue stream, that profit for the sake of a few more pennies is stupid. It's stupid, and it doesn't make sense, and it's nonsensical. You are literally destroying free promotion. No one pays me to react to these videos. Let me backtrack. My fans pay me. The community pays me. My supporters pay me. They will give me money in order to react to things. And that's only because they like the channel. They like the community. They like what's being made. They find it positive. And your response to that positivity, that bit of coin that they're giving out of their hard-earned dollars, is to go, well, you didn't give it to me, so you can't give it to them either. I don't want you to give it to that YouTube channel. I want you to give it to me. I don't care that my artist already makes millions of dollars. I don't care that my artist already makes hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't care that you work at Starbucks, that you work at McDonald's, that you work at fucking Wendy's, and you only had a few dollars to your name and you gave it to that YouTube channel. You didn't give it to me. So ban, strike, warning. Goofball energy, bro. Goofball energy. And what's crazy is we're not even talking about something as simple as, oh, well, they just don't want you to profit off their artists. Like, it's that simple. They want their artists to get every bit of dollar that they've earned. If it was that simple, nobody would be bitching and moaning about it. And it's not that simple. It's also the fact that I can't quote anybody on this, and I'm not naming any names of the labels, but they're even going as far as getting AI and deep fakes in order to push their artist. So if you Google something, or if you see a certain video, or you see a sponsored ad, or whatever the case may be, and it looks real, as if somebody is reacting to that artist, it's not. It's not. We have to get better at distinguishing real human beings, flesh and bone, flesh and brown melanin, to AI and fake content. There are AI videos right now promoting artists and other musicians, and you don't even know about it. That's bullshit. That should piss you off. You know, and if we were really honest about it, if we were super honest about it, this isn't about protecting the artist. This isn't about protecting the music. What it really does is just kill the biggest piece of promotable material possible. All it does is kill channels. That's all it does. It stops free press. It stops free speech. It stops people from being able to do whatever it is that they want to do without making a dime. No one is asking for money for this. We do it for the love of the game. You ever hear that expression? Oh, you know ball? Let us ball. That's all you got to do is let us ball. You can keep your money. You can keep whatever you want. If you want to even share the revenue, if you want to even take the revenue, do that. That's bullshit too, but do that. But giving out strikes and warnings for the sheer conversational aspect of talking about your music. Hey, y'all wait one day when you out somewhere and you just walking down the street and you mention your favorite song to somebody and you enjoy it and you're talking on the street about it. And then some UMG promoter or some label promoter comes by and goes, what the hell did you just say? Up them ducats, bro. Up them ducats. So then the question always becomes, well, what can we really do about it? What is there to do about it? Now, the cynical person in me goes, nothing. There is nothing you can do about it. There ain't nothing you can do about it. This is gonna happen. There's nothing you can do. That's the cynical part of me. The fighter in me, the rebellious person in me goes, be loud as fuck. Be loud, talk, bitch, moan, scream, fight, protest, picket. You know what you really need to do? Stop listening to artists that are signed by these labels. Stop listening to artists that are signed by these labels. That's all you got to do. Just stop. Any artist, make a list of any artist that is signed to insert label here. I don't care who the label is. If they are part of this problem, stop listening to their artists. And some are going to go, but man, I really enjoy the artist. Then you're not for the cause. Leave me the hell alone. But for people who really want to make that difference, you got to go to where the pockets are. You got to go in the pocketbook. You got to go in their pockets. And that's an extreme measure. But at the end of the day, what they're doing is an extreme measure. And I'm not normally someone who likes fighting with extremism, but at some point it's going to become so lopsided and so heavy handed on one side, you have to figure out a way to fight back. And crying about it on its own does not help. Now, what we can do is we can do things like sign a petition. And I'm going to reference that in my description. There's a lot of people in this community. There are a lot of people that have gotten together. I don't really hang with any big wigs or any big names. We ain't hanging out with 1 million+ channel subscribers around here, but we have a tight knit community. We're real close. We yap when we can on the side. We cry together, we laugh together, and we entertain y'all together. And we all really need y'all to sign this petition. I don't care if only one of y'all sign it. I don't care if 1,000 of y'all sign it. The more people that make their voice known and make it known that we won't stand for this nonsense, the better that this can go. It's a shame to me that as someone who was new to this community, and by new, we're talking maybe 1.5 years, 2 years, as someone who was new to this community, to see what's happening to people who have been in this community for years, way predating me, is bullshit. Sign the petition, make your voice known, Call up the labels if you want to. Talk to the artists on these labels and let them know that it's not all right. Start spamming them because maybe they will get the attention of their labels if you can't. And people need to understand this isn't just, oh, we'll just stop doing reaction videos. Just stop. It's not that big of a deal. This is some people's livelihood. This is how people pay their bills. This is how people put food on their table. This is how people keep the lights on, clothes on their back. You can't tell somebody who's supporting their kid by doing this to stop doing it. I don't go down to your job and tell you to put the spatula down, SpongeBob. I don't say nothing like that. And you can't expect that of other people either. And I'm not going to do that to you, so you can't do that to them. This is how they pay their bills. And somebody is coming in, putting their hands in their pocket and saying, not today. Nah, bro, we not taking that today. So earlier I mentioned that I would bring up how we actually make money in terms of ad revenue, Twitch, Patreon, all that good stuff. And we're going to get to that. But I just want to say one thing real quick. I'm not really a fan of the game is meant to be sold and not told. Like, I love giving the sauce away. I like when I'm able to get the sauce, you know. There's enough fish in the sea. This isn't a lake or a pond. This is a damn ocean. And I believe in teaching someone to fish. But what if you don't even have a fucking fishing pole? I'm here to at least provide you the pole. Now let's get started. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So first, we create the video. We upload the video after editing it, of course. And then we sit and we wait. And we hope that we won't get copyright strike, claimed, or warned. And then after that, we see if we'll actually be able to make any money off the video. And then after that, we have to hope that years later, which is what's happening now, it won't get claimed again, because guess what? They're allowed to do that. Even if it's been left alone for years. We have people right now that are going back to 2021 and having videos get strikes put on them. That's bullshit. And that's really the main crux of this. But let's continue. I have a video, I upload it. And when you all watch those videos and you see all those ads through the video, no matter where I place them, no matter where YouTube places them, I don't really touch that stuff. Whenever you watch an ad, that's pennies that I make. And I really appreciate you for it when you let those ads play. But that is how I make my money through ad revenue. It's that simple. Now, if somebody copyright claims it, then I don't make any money on that video, and now I have to dispute it. And the dispute process is it's very easy, but it's really silly. I can dispute it. I have 30 days. If they don't say anything, which a lot of times they don't, then I automatically win. If they do say something, where in the case of some artists I react to, they're very quick. It's like they have a whole team that just goes, fuck that guy. And then they claim the video. They don't strike or warn me. They just get to have all the ad revenue from the video. Okay, great. At least maybe I can get subs, views, and maybe I can have fun with the YouTube algorithm that way. Then it gets even worse sometimes if I get warned. And if I get warned, those will roll off after a few months, but there is no money. The video was blocked, and they're basically like, you should have never done that. What a moron you were. And then there comes the worst one, which is, knock on wood, now it probably will, has never happened to me. You get a strike. And a strike is essentially 3 strikes, you're out. Your YouTube channel is gone. That's when they really, really don't F with you. Like you've really done something to piss them off if you've gotten a strike. Or it's robotic too, and they don't even know that they gave you a strike, and you can dispute it, you can appeal it, but that process usually goes nowhere. If you dispute, you have up to 30 days. If they agree with if they disagree with your dispute, then you have 7 days, you can appeal it. I've never done that in my life because that seems like it will just lead to problems down the road with these labels, and it's an automatic strike. I've had some people say that they've had major success with appeals because instead of 30 days, they only have 7. I don't appeal, I just dispute. I dispute. If I win that, I'm good to go. If I don't, 99.99999% of the time, they just get the money that I would make on the ad revenue. Great, say less. Here's the problem with that. You have your RINs, you have your profs, and then you have, unfortunately, everyone else. So let's start with your RINs. You have your RINs who, that man is like, make all the money you want to. I don't care. If you upload a video and you're speaking positively and you're speaking with sincerity and you're speaking with integrity, make your coin. Immediate whitelisted. I have no issues with you. Have a good day. That's how it should be. Then you have your profs, which I will also say that's how it should be. And we know I love me some Stop House Music Group. I love Prof and I love his label. Prof will share the revenue with you. There's a few artists actually that are like that. Even Ren was like that on occasion where they will share the revenue. Hey, I'm the artist. I deserve to get paid. I appreciate you talking about it, but let's share it. Absolutely. Sometimes I dispute it for funsies because sometimes they're like, oh yeah, man, I didn't mean to do that, which is very fire of them. And they're like, get your coin. I'm like, appreciate that. And then you have ones who automatically flag it almost to the point where they block the video. That's everyone else. Some of them will claim it, dispute it, and then they'll go, ha, don't even know why you wasted your time. Other times they'll block the video entirely. You won't even get to see it visible. So a lot of you ask, hey, where's that video? Where's that video? Where's that video? It was blocked. It's not happening. I'm moving on. That is how we get paid through ad revenue. Now, Now, you can imagine with all this copyright business, a lot of these YouTubers are getting paid purely off the ad revenue. Now, granted, they have sponsorships, they have merch, they have brand deals, they have this, and that, and the other. But when we're talking purely from the ecosystem of how you get paid through YouTube's ad revenue, that's all based on if you got copyright claimed or not. The moment you get a copyright claim, you're done. You're not making money off that video. Good luck selling something. So then that leads us to the Patreons and the Twitches and the merch and the brands. This is what we're talking about when we tell you all that reaction videos do not make money. And in fact, it's about to get worse. We hope that we can make any kind of money based on the aftermath. Hey, you liked my reaction so much, maybe you'll like 30 more and you'll buy a t-shirt from me for $20. Maybe you'll go to my Patreon and pay $3, $1, $5, and you'll watch these special videos that I give you. Maybe you'll sign up for the YouTube membership where they'll take their 30-40%, but at least it's something to where I don't have to rely on the ad revenue, because even when a video gets copyright claimed, I can still make money off the YouTube memberships and etc. So as you can see, there are a lot of different streams of revenue where we can make money from, but they all have a bottleneck if copyright comes into play. And that is the problem that people don't get. I can make money here, 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 and here, but the moment that a label comes in and says no, more than half of them get cut. That's the issue. That's why we go off platform. That's why we find other streams of revenue. That's why we have to find different ways to be creative. And unfortunately, that's a headache for you as the viewer, because then now you're juggling multiple websites. But again, your beef is not with the channel. Your beef is not with people who like pausing videos every 30 seconds. Your beef is not with people who seem to talk a lot during these reaction videos. It's with the reason why we have to do that in the first place. And that's the label and that's the platform. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of sauce on that. It's very nuanced. It's not complicated. It's actually scarily simple, but it's nuanced to hell to where it comes off as complicated. Hope that made sense. This is all just to say copyright sucks, especially when you get into the gray area of fair use, which I'm not going to get into in this video. If people were interested, I'll talk about it in a future video. But fair use should be expanded, and fair use as it stands today in the gray area of morality and ethics that it stands in today sucks. This impacts everybody. If you are a fan of music, this does not just impact us reactors. It doesn't just impact YouTube channels that react to videos. If you are a fan of music, you are impacted by what these labels are doing right now. How many of y'all right now watching this video have found an artist through a reaction channel? Exactly. All that will go away one day if this trend of this old David versus Goliath bullshit with the music industry doesn't stop. And we got to get it out of our heads that this isn't just about making music videos and reaction videos. This is about making sure that music isn't silenced. We all have a lot to say when it comes to these artists. We all have a lot to say when it comes to the music. We all have a lot to say when it comes to promoting good music and putting people on to music and spreading the good word of music. And if that gets silenced, then what the fuck is the point of music? So I hope y'all get it. I hope everybody gets the message. I hope you sign the petition. And I want to go to YouTube one day where I can just go to YouTube, record a video, edit a video, upload it, and not bite my nails wondering if a copyright strike is going to hit me the moment that that video goes public. It's not worth it. It's stupid. And it's all because you want to make $10 instead of $9. We got to do better. I'll see y'all next video.